everyone. This is group 2. I'll let everybody introduce themselves.
Shigali Al-Khalili.
This is Muhammad Moise Hassan.
And this is Jacob Scheidwer.
And my name is Jason Keller. And so the idea of our game, we call it Match It. It's just a simple game that challenges the player's knowledge of different capitals of countries worldwide. You begin the game by clicking on the start button. This will trigger a countdown timer. It'll show the random country's flag, and then it'll have the blanks for the country. You've got 2 minutes to guess as many capitals as possible. You enter the capital either using the virtual keyboard provided on the screen or the board, or you'll enter a letter in the text box using your physical keyboard. Each wrong alphabet guess, part of the hangman is then drawn on a canvas, and you have 10 guesses. If you guess it correctly, then the score will increment by 1 point, and then the overall total will also be displayed, incremented by 1 point. When the time has expired, then you have the ability to play again by clicking the play again button, which will then clear the canvas, the capital field, the country field, the flag, and then reset the timer back to 2 minutes.
All right, so the development process that we used for this project was we created the user stories using Kanban for each developer on GitHub, and we used that on a weekly basis to figure out what our jobs for that week were going to be. All right, and then we created the necessary coding and scripts on our own individual branches, submitting them at the end of the week to be merged into a single project branch. We met every week for the past couple of months and figured out what we were all supposed to do. And some code corrections were performed during team meetings to make sure everyone was on the same page.
Regarding technology used, of course, we use Visual Studio as IDE, and we use JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and we used session storage for win count and overall count. We also used GitHub and GitHub Pages. And finally, we used RESTful API for country selection.
All right, so let's move to the project demonstration. This is what our project looks like, and this is the screen. Here is the on-screen virtual keyboard that you can use to guess the capital name. And then this is the area where the hangman will show. So we can start by clicking on the start button. It will then show the country name and its flag along with the timer on the screen. So Spain, does anyone know what's the capital of the Spain?
Should be Madrid or Barcelona. Try Madrid first.
All right, we can try Madrid. So gas, yeah, it seems like. So A, gas, and you can see when I click M, it's now disabled, so I can't click it anymore. And D, R, and I. So we guessed it, it incremented the score, and the total score will become 1 out of 1. The next one is Libya. I think it's Syria. Does anyone know?
It's not Tripoli.
All right, so let's see. We don't guess it this time. So I'm gonna use the input field this time, not the keyboard. So let's say I guess Q. So Q is not included in the capital name. So the part of the hangman, the base, is now can be seen on the canvas. And also when I guessed Q, now the Q on the screen keyboard is now disabled. So we can go ahead and guess the next one.
Yeah, that's Tripoli.
So last one, oh, so we guessed it. And this one, I don't know. So let's see. So I guessed M, and I had already guessed it before. So it shows a little message that says letter already exists. Please provide a new one. I say okay, and I'll provide a new one. Let's say N. Oh, the time expired. So as you see, the time expired. So right now everything is disabled. I can't guess any more letters, and I can't do start. So one thing that I can do now is play a game, and then it will reset the current score, but the total score is still stored in the session storage, where we can see if we go to inspect element and inside our application. So right now, the win count actually stores in the session storage. So let's start it again. And if we don't guess it this time, so we did not guess. It says, unfortunately, you did not guess. So let's click OK. And it says your current score is 0, but your overall score is 2 out of 3. So this is basically what our game looks like. And at the end, the resources, for the resources, we used w3schools.com for CSS and basic stuff, and also the stackoverflow.com, Bootstrap. And for the flags that were shown in our game, we used this website. And for the country, country name and the information, we used this API.
So that's our presentation. We appreciate it, and check out the game. It's a lot of fun.